Yes, yes, people. We are back live. We are back live on the Sarcasm City TV YouTube for another edition of the Manchester United Tottenham Hotspur podcast, where we discuss all things United, all things Spurs related. And in regards to these two clubs as well, and Mbeumo people, will he be joining Spurs? Will he be joining Manchester United? It seems Spurs are looking to hijack that deal. So will they be successful in their attempt at hijacking the deal? And also on the Spurs front, Thomas Frank is their new manager as well. He has left Brentford. He is now the new Tottenham Hotspur manager, and that ties into the Mbeumo news as well. Of course, with Manchester United, you got the Gyökeres news, his agent stating that they do have it in writing that Gyökeres can leave the football club for 60 to 70 million euros as well, plus more. It's transfer season, so there's plenty of news and rumors surrounding both of these football clubs. But big up to everyone who just joined over from the raid from the United Chelsea show. Big up to everyone who's already here. And big up to anyone watching this back, and just love to everyone supporting Sarcasm City TV. But as always, make sure when you enter the city of sarcasm, you pay the tax, hit the like button, people. Run up the likes, hit the like button on the video. It is so important you do that. Share this out across all the socials as well. And That's Me Flawless at Sarcasm City TV, at Sarcasm City TV, at That's Me Flawless. Twitter and X, you can retweet, like. Instagram, make sure you share it on there as well. Whatever social media app you are active on, share it across all of your socials. And just as important, make sure you subscribe to the channel, Sarcasm City TV as well. Hit that notification bell when you do, people. And subscribe to the Clips channel as well. Big up Kingsman, big up Chindu, big up. That is a crazy name as well. I just call you. That's all your name's crazy. That's all mad. You know what I'm saying? That's all mad. I just call you FN because it's crazy. Either way, the name together, the name separated is all mad. Big up to Sham as well. One of the Spurs representatives is here. Let's bring him in to the building. My lad M. De Niro is in the cup. My G, what are you saying, man? You good?
I'm good, bro. You telling me you're right?
All blessed, man. All blessed, man. You already know, man. You already know. But yeah, let's get straight to it, man. Thomas Frank, new manager, because obviously last time we spoke, it was in the works and it was conversations of it happening. But now the deal's been done. Overall thoughts?
Bro, as you can tell from my voice, it was all happiness, bro. It was all happiness, bro. And then them man just came and tried to just ruin man's summer, bro. It's just a Tottenham thing to do, innit? Just come and ruin man's summer. Man was happy, the sun was out, bro. Gala and sundresses and that, bro. It's all beautiful and that. And then these men have just come and do this, bro. And the thing is, bro. Yeah, bro. For me, bro, it's not looking good, bro. It's not looking good
For
still.
real?
Yeah, nah, it's not looking good, bro. Trust me, bro. Trust me. Man knows how this is gonna go, bro.
Come
Is
on,
it
how do you think this is gonna go? Because I do rate Thomas Frank. I do think he is a good manager. I'm not gonna lie. But go on.
left? Left. It's gonna go
why,
left. It's
why is
gonna
it
go
gonna
left.
go left?
It's
As
gonna
you have
go left,
so
bro.
little
I'm
faith.
telling you, bro. The reason why it's gonna go left is everybody saying, yeah, style of play.
Mhm.
My man did it with Brentford and this and that. He managed to keep Brentford up, bro. As I said last week, bro, you get me, bro, that the Brentford team is not as bad as people may think it is, bro. It's not a
Yeah,
bad team, G. It's a
it's not a bad
decent
team. I
team
agree with
with
that.
decent
Yeah.
players, bro. You
Yes.
understand? You got your Mbeumo's, you got your Whistles, bro. You understand? It's not a bad team. And the thing is, like I say, innit, obviously he didn't even really bring in majority of the players that are kind of already there. Do you understand? So for me, in that case, bro, it's like, bro, he's doing what he's meant to do, bro. But
Okay.
in Brentford, there's no pressure, bro. You understand? When
All
you
important.
start, and I'm not saying that like Tottenham is some big team, but regardless of what anybody says, any manager that comes Tottenham is still pressure, bro. You
Facts.
understand? It's still pressure. So, bro, you have none of that pressure there, but no one at Tottenham is settling for a ninth, 10th finish, bro. Do you get it, bro? Like, no one, let's be real in it. Like, a ninth, 10th finish, no one's really trying to see a ninth, 10th finish, which is around the positions where he's been finishing, bro, with Brentford. Do you understand? And I'm not going to lie, comparisons of players, bro, I can't lie, bro. Like, the comparison is not a big gap, bro, in the players that Spurs have and the players that Brentford had, bro. It's not a big gap, G. Yeah, we've got more stars, but the
Mm.
stars, even then, bro, like them man came from teams like Brentford and that, bro. Do you get me? So, bro, I'm telling you now, you get me, bro. Like, man knows that this is gonna go left, and if it goes right, like I say, man can put my hands up and say, you get me. But even with the Ange one, even though I was wrong on the fact of the trophy thing, it still went left because the guy
Yeah,
finished 17th, bro. You
yeah.
understand? So like I said, big up, bro. So like I saying, bro, like yeah, it's gonna go left, bro. Like I can't like anybody who's gassed for this, bro. I can't lie, bro. They need to calm down. Give it 10 games. You get me? 10 games. Let's see what happens in the first 10 games. I can't lie. If he loses more than 3 games in that 10, I can't lie. It's instantly, yeah, get him out of there, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
three
it seems,
games.
and it seems you. I know you have the question I'm going to ask. You've kind of already answered, but it seems you don't. You mentioned the quality of the Spurs players, so it
Mm.
seems you have no faith in your board to bring in better players.
Oh no, we're done, bro. Yeah, we're done. Apparently, when I was in a barber shop the other day, they were saying apparently that we've somebody bought us out or something like this, but I ain't seen no headlines of that, bro. You understand?
Right.
Until I see Tottenham, I said this in the barber shop, I'm gonna say it on here. Until man sees Tottenham spend 100 mil on a player, bro. Statement signing, man's not believing that, bro. I
Yeah.
can't lie. I don't. I'm tired of seeing all of these side men, bro. You're bringing me all these players named Dragon Slakovic and all these guys, bro. Man's not trying to see that, bro. Man needs to see a statement name, Ruben. I don't want to see even like when man bought Bergvall and that. Like I said, brother, do you think I care about Bergvall? I'm not saying he's dead, but like, brother, man doesn't care about players like that. G. We buy enough for these type of players, bro. We need to buy a statement signing. Look at United, bro. The same team we just beat in the final, bro. Man's talking. Look. I don't know too tough about my man, as in I know about him, but I don't know if he'll bang in the league. But it's still a statement signing, which is
Oh, you're
if you
talking
get
about
him, yeah, if you get
like
Gokares,
Gyökeres.
bro, yeah, bro, that's a statement signing. So, bro, like man, are not in these talks, bro. I keep telling guys, there's Eze there, bro. No one's buying Eze, bro. There's even like a what? Who else is out there? There's enough players right now, bro. Like there's so many players that,
There's players
bro.
you can definitely go and get who improve you, like 100%. Yeah,
Therefore, bro. Therefore, bro. Like we have opportunities to get so many types of players that, bro, and we don't even take the opportunity. But other teams decide to take the opportunities, and it's the same as like even Arsenal, bro. Like Arsenal, bro, they don't really make like statement signings, bro. You understand? It's coming like North London, bro. Man are just on this bad beating. You understand? Not trying to spend no money. You understand, bro? They just want to get bought out by brothers and that, bro. Why for that? Like, come on, bro. It's getting mad, bro. Do you get what I'm saying, bro? It's getting mad. So it's like, gee, until Spurs make a statement signing, man's not believing nothing. Because even till now, bro, man should be seeing some links or something. Man's
also
not
you're
seeing
looking for
nothing.
the statement. It's not so much the price of said player. It's hey, this player okay.
Yeah, bro.
It's a move forward. Like a Eze would be. Let's say you not sign Eze for 60 M's, we'd
Yeah,
go.
bro.
That's a statement signing, even
Yeah,
though it's
bro.
only 60 million. I
You understand, bro? That it's the name, bro. Because at the end of the day, no one can name me a player at Spurs that man bought that was like raw. Like Spurs have bought this guy. This is gonna be a problem. Harry Kane was homegrown.
yeah,
Luka Modric, we I think we bought him from somebody. He came and then he just ended up being cold. You
yeah.
understand? Gareth Bell,
That's the route you lot can go. But I
you
think
get
that's
me,
the
bro?
with the statement signings all well and good, but also that route in regards to go get like the same way Kulusevski was unknown. But Kulusevski, I would say, has been a success for you. Lot. I think he's one of your bad players. I think he's been good.
Easy, bro. Easy, bro.
Well, you don't rate
Easy,
you don't rate
easy,
cool.
bro. Just say easy, bro. Easy, bro.
You don't rate
Easy.
cool. Let's talk about. I think
I don't know
Kulusevski's a good
about.
player.
I brother, I can't like. There's no player that is
Oh,
not Gareth Bell. Even, bro, I can't like.
oh,
You know what's mad? You know what's
oh,
mad? Do you know why I'd say Kulu's a success? In fact, you know why?
yeah,
Because I gotta be real with myself and stick to the stuff I say. Yeah. The only reason why man's gonna call these men a success is because we actually won a trophy when they were here.
yeah.
Harry Kane, failure, bro. I can't lie, bro. That failure for me. Gareth Bell, like not failure as in failure of like being a
As
top
a
player,
player, you're
as in
saying
just failure
good.
at Tottenham, bro. You didn't
Yeah,
win man that, and so you failed, bro. That's the reality. And the reason why I say that is because I give examples of why I say this because everybody be like, but he scored you this goals, and bro, I don't come to watch football just for a man to watch a man score goals for me and not win man nothing, bro. I'm not like that, bro. I don't give a toss about all of that, bro. If you're, what's the point in playing the game if you
yes,
don't win that? people, this is why I say that obviously I understand like you can love football and you love the game, but then just be a must be just, you better just be a mutual fan, bro. If
Yeah.
I love football and the game and I just want to watch for players like Harry Kane to see the goals they score,
Mm.
bro, I'll just be a mutual fan, but I won't support no one. The reason
Yeah.
why man support your teams is because you want to see your team win a trophy. You
Mhm.
understand? So at the end of the day, of course, it's nice when you see like, raw, Harry Kane scored this goal and that goal. But brother, if it's not winning man the trophy at the end of the day, man doesn't give a toss. Aubameyang has not was playing with a worse Arsenal team at the
Mm.
time and still won them man a trophy, G. Single
Yeah, legit.
handedly, basically, bro. Even Arsenal fans could go as far as saying, like, even though I know they won't, but I'm just, this is how I look at football, innit? So it's just a,
Mm.
what's it called, preference, innit? But
Yeah,
like, I watch for trophies. So even if I supported Arsenal, God forbid, you understand, bro,
facts.
if Alexis Sanchez, when he was there, you understand, bro. Like, obviously,
Look what he did.
you know what I'm saying? Man would have wanted him to win, man, a major honor if I was there, bro. I'll
Yeah.
look at his career and be like, bro, you did all of that, but you didn't win, man. You understand?
Mm.
And then another player, the reason why I say this, because other players have come in with deader teams and with a deader team and won certain trophies for
Trophy.
the club. Do you
Yeah.
understand? So that's why I look at it like that, bro. Like, that's how I look at football. So when Gareth Bale, all these man were there, yeah, it was all nice and that. But like I say, man didn't win, man. Nothing. Modric didn't win, man. Nothing. Well,
Mm.
just added there, yeah, Modric didn't really win, man. Nothing. But I know what people will say, but he didn't win, man. Nothing, bro. And then even what's it called, Harry Kane. Like I say, Audi Cup, bro. Like, brother, what's that, bro? Do you get me? It doesn't. It doesn't appeal to me. But this is how I look at football, bro. I just look at football like man's here to win trophies, bro. Wants to see the team win trophies. G. That's just how I think about it, bro.
No, that's fair.
Mhm.
That's really fair. Hey, you lot got any questions in as well? But I fully understand what you're saying about the trophy side of things because that's where I'm at with it as well. Like
Mm.
trophies, and it's not sole trophies because it's people are like it's either you win trophies and be terrible, or you play like to your point, score a lot of goals, play great football, and then don't win
Mm.
anything. Like no, you can do both. People
Yeah.
are like, you can't play a good brand of football and win trophies. We've watched countless teams do it over the years just in the Premier League. Why
Yeah.
can't my club do it? Especially if you invest enough as well to play a good brand of football and win trophies on top of that. Not necessarily the bigger trophies, but FA Cup, League Cup,
But
Europa
start
League, like you
somewhere,
just
bro.
picked up. Yeah,
Yeah, bro. Start somewhere. That's what I was asking for. So this Europa League is meant to be a start of something, you understand? Where we've started something now, and then you're
mm,
meant to push on. Maybe this season, get me a Carabao Cup or something. You understand?
yeah,
You get me a FA Cup, bro. You understand? I can take a Carabao Cup, bro. And if anything, bro, if man win me even this thing, which I really think is not gonna happen, but if they do, if even man win the Super Cup and that, bro, man will be
mm,
happy because that's an addition, you understand? And the Super
yeah,
Cup is during a time where players will be fatigued. So as much as people are saying, oh yeah, PSG, this and that, bro,
mm,
Super Cup isn't really around the time where what's it called? Everybody's been constantly playing. Players are going to enjoy themselves and do whatever
that's
they're doing, you understand? So like I say, there's always an opportunity. No one thought we would beat United. United fans they didn't even think we'll beat
facts. I
United.
didn't think you beat
Do you
them. I didn't
understand?
think you beat us.
Do
Yeah,
you
I
get what I'm
agree.
saying? And we won stinky with stinky way, but we had to
But
do
you
what we
won.
had to do. This is what I was asking for my from my man that got sacked the whole season. He
You
didn't
did
even
ask
need to get
about, and
sacked.
you said this the whole time about, hey,
Yeah,
sometimes just
bro.
play, just drop the line, just
Gee,
sometimes think it out from time to time. You did say
telling
this.
you, bro. You didn't need to get sacked, but he was on a stubborn thing where I've now realized is that he's not even like I don't even think he's a bad manager, bro. Even though people will
Mm,
say like I've seen Bear Spurs fans saying I don't even think he's a bad manager. I just think I said it from early. I said this guy, I remember if you even go back to last season, yeah. Last season when we lost to Chelsea and we lost we had 9 men and the guy was still
yeah,
playing the high line. That's when I said, yeah, this guy is stubborn, bro. Because we could
mm.
have even drawn that game or near enough
You
even
almost
won the
did.
game. Bro, you get it, bro. If we just dropped the line back, bro. Do you
Yeah,
understand? When we played Liverpool that season, we only beat Liverpool 1-0 by a lucky deflection, bro. They
mm,
could have drawn that game with us and they had 9 men, bro. You
no,
understand? So, bro, like that's what I believe that fam, bro. You don't stubbornness can get you sacked as well, bro. When you're not trying to try something different or be different, bro.
I'll be smarter than that. Like without that. So what are you looking for from Thomas Frank then? What is it like you would look for? Obviously winning a trophy, that goes without saying, but outside of that, let's say you do have a decent window in your opinion. Let's say you get a 6, 7 out of 10 window overall. You bring in 2, 3 players, and you're like, all right, these seem decent. What are you looking for from Thomas Frank?
I'm looking for balance, bro. As in, like, when I say balance, it's like game management, bro. You know what? I've clocked a lot of teams in the Premier League apart from Tottenham, bro, which is why we finished 17th, bro. You understand? And we lost the amount of games that we did. The amount of teams in the Premier League that know how to game manage. So when they're winning 2-0, there's a game management aspect in there. Tottenham haven't got that, bro. Like, there's not one game where we've gone 2-0 up and I thought, yeah, the game is done. You understand? Like, man need to go into games and think, you know what, 2-0 up, the game's done. Every time man watches them man down the road, when they go 2-0 up, I know the game's done. I don't even bother continuing the hate along, bro. There's no
Yeah,
point. Because there's no team is coming back against them. You
they're gonna
understand?
shut. They're gonna shut
You,
up shop.
you get me, bro? It's similar with like a City or a Newcastle. When like all of these type of teams go up, it's more than likely they will win the game. Yeah, there will be times where you can get a bit complacent, and then obviously you might drop points in that game, but that happens to every team. You understand?
Yeah, you get the one-offs like that. Even the
Yeah,
best
bro.
teams that will happen to. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
bro. So, but we do it on a regular basis, bro. You understand? We did it with Ange. We did it so many times, bro. It was ridiculous, bro. And man, I remember one time, bro. Man was cooking breakfast and that, bro. The guy almost made me bun up the yard, bro, because of how angry I was, bro. Because man can't just manage a game, bro. Like, it's
Oh,
ridiculous.
what you lot was leading and then dropped the lead,
Yeah,
and you're like,
bro. I
what are you
remember the
doing?
exact game again. It was against
Oh,
Wolves, and we got slapped, bro. Bro,
what?
do you get it, bro? Like, man got slapped by Wolves. I couldn't believe it, fam. And I believe that was even like 2 seasons. That was the season before the season that we just had now, bro. Like, man got slapped by Wolves, fam. I couldn't believe it, fam. Bro, bro, I'm telling you, bro, man almost spun up the yard on that day, bro.
Nah, first, I hear what you're saying with that. So you're just looking for better game. It seems to you is the game management side of things and just doing better overall in game.
Yeah,
Like
bro.
you said, if you're 2-0 up, see out the game. If it's not working, switch it up. You're looking for
Yeah,
more
bro.
adapting, more versatility, more
Yeah,
being
bro.
proactive than it seems being reactive. Like, all right,
This
this
is it,
is a
bro.
problem. Go and sort it out, type of thing.
Yeah, because even what's his name? Amarim, yeah.
Yeah.
As much as I rate the fact, because this is why I give him plaudits, yeah, because I
Mm,
rate the fact that he came in, yeah.
mm,
United fans asked for my man to stick to a certain way, don't change it like what Ten Hag did and blah blah blah. He
mm,
did it, stuck to it. But then this is the thing: as much as you're trying to adhere to what the fans are saying and stuff like that, yeah, it gets to a point, where like if it's not working, bro, you gotta change it. Like
just
you've done
adapt.
it now, adapt, and just because the players that you have they don't bang. This is what I say about Andrews. Like, bro,
Mm,
he was trying to play his line. People don't actually realize, his whole game, like his whole style of play was
mm,
so much based on Van der Ven. You know that, right? Like Van der
mm,
Ven was a key part in his style of play that people actually, because his style of play is recovery runs. So
mm,
Van der Ven and Adogi with their pace used to save us Bears. But
mm,
once you take them to away, you saw
mm.
how, bro, it started getting long,
What
bro. You
happened?
could even
Yeah.
put Romero there and it will still
Mm,
get long, bro. It can
mm,
be a bit better, but it will still get long. You understand? So man deeped it. I was like, bro, like you're basing your style of play on recovery runs and that because
mm.
obviously you're playing a high line and then hoping that these fast players are gonna be able to recover and win you back the ball. But brother, that thing is not sustainable for a whole season. That's why when he had us first in the league
Mm.
for a certain amount of games, it's because teams weren't expecting man to play like this. So that's why they figured us out, and then it was long from there, bro. Because man just kept doing the same thing every single time, bro. You get so yeah, man.
No, that's fair. You big up Jazz in the cut as well. Jazz, what you saying, man? You
No,
good?
what's that? No, voice on, man. I'm good. I'm good, man.
All bless, man. Your thoughts on what's it called? Thomas Frank becoming the new manager. Now it's official because last time we spoke on the show, it was
Yeah.
conversations of it going down. So now it's official. He's here. Talk to us.
No, like it was expected. Like I mean, it was pretty much like the guy wanted to come here. The only reason why it took a bit longer than people thought it was going to take is because we were still trying to figure out getting the whole backroom stuff. Actually, like we literally raided Brentford pretty much. So yeah, that's why it took a bit longer, but expected. Like I just nobody else bigger than us or whatever, or a better situation than us was gonna come in for him anyway. And
Hmm.
it's an opportunity for him. It's an opportunity for him.
Yeah,
Um,
carry on. I'm still listening. Carry on, fam. Carry on.
no, let's get to work on him. Like there's nothing really more to say, to be honest. Like let's get to work. That's all I can really say. Like we got the people in. Let's get into the transfer window. Let's get into the preseason, and let's see what we have to do, man.
Where do you want him to? How far do you want to see him get in the Champions League?
At least top 24. At least top 24. But then again, I need to see what the window is going to look like, to be honest, because like
That's the main thing, innit? Literally.
yeah, like for me, it's like obviously we're going to talk about the Mbeumo thing as well. But even what's it called, the other two players that we was linked with was Dibbling and Semenyo. I'm just happy to be honest that we linked. I'm just happy that we linked to right wingers. So there's definitely a thing of like we definitely want to look to either one upgrade or at least bring competition into that position, which is a good thing. But where does this continue? Cool, like even if we don't get, let's say we don't get Mbeumo, but we get Semenyo, I'm cool with that. But then where do we continue next?
Mm.
We still need a left winger, despite Tell, because it looks like this Tell thing is gonna happen. Like whether it's gonna be another loan with an option or if it's gonna be permanent, I don't know. But it's gonna be a lot cheaper than what people originally thought we was have to pay. But even if you do get Tell, I still want another left winger. But
Mm.
and I've been already saying like Son's been getting linked away from the football club, and I think it's the right time for him to go. I think it's the
Yeah.
right time to go. And if he goes, we need another left winger. So you bring in Tell, you bring another left winger. I'm gonna be honest, man. I'm not a fan of the midfield at all. I'm not a fan. Like Burkwa, I think he's a cool player.
What's up with your midfield that you don't like? What is it?
I just don't. It's just a lack of inconsistency in the levels.
Hmm.
Like I think Burkwa is probably the most consistent player in that midfield, and he's 19, and he has even
Yeah.
his lack of. He even has his lack of he has this lack of concentration, but it comes also with the experience and and the fact that he doesn't have any sort of level of competition as well. I just can't look at that. Like for me, I can probably sit here and say you can probably get away with another season of Madison and Kulusevski. Me personally, I would prefer to sell Madison, but that's not going to happen. But I do think that pivot where Bentancur or like based off right now, if you had to pick the Tottenham midfield, it would be Madison, Bentancur, and Burtwell. If it was up to me, I'm bringing two midfielders in because not only do I want to increase the physical side of this team, but I also want to increase the technical side of the team. I feel like Spurs. I feel it's not only the question mark. The biggest question mark is for me. What does Frank want to do? Because people praise him for his adaptability, but I also believe in being too adaptive can be a problem for you because now your dummies don't know what's actually good for you as well. And one thing that the team can get used to. Like that's how Enrique won himself the Champions League this season. Like it's not because he was hella adaptive all season long. No, he sticked in his principles, but he also had the quality of players.
The
Obviously,
quality was
at Spurs, it's not going to be the case with the quality of the player all the time, but you can make it work. You can make it work. So I would like him to be a bit more, yeah, be adaptive in game situations. Like for me, what do you do when you see the game is not going your way? What do you adjust in the game outside substitutions? Because I hate when people sit here, the manager put in a masterclass, but in reality, he just put in players in to help him out. No, 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 no. I want to see like stuff like what do you do tactically different from the first half and second half that make me believe, you know what? First, I can see what you tried to do. You maybe made a substitution, but you made that sub player play differently compared to who you stepped off, for example. These are the type of things I want to see, for example. But back to the midfield. Now I just wanted to be more physical and more technically. I think we don't have a control in that midfield at all.
with Sarah Basuma in there in your midfield.
No, I think Basuma needs to go. To be honest, me personally, if it was up to me, I sell Basuma, I sell Bentancur, I sell Madison. These would be probably the three midfielders I sell. I keep Saw, I keep Bergwall, I keep Gray, and I would sign three new midfielders. Obviously, this is if it was up to me.
Yeah, I
But
get what you're
that's
saying.
not the reality. The reality is that Bentancur probably gets a contract extension from what I'm seeing. Suma's probably going to leave the football club, and we're probably only going to sign one midfielder, which I think is going to be a mistake, especially if that one midfielder is not levels. Because because that's the issue. What are we planning to do next season? Like in terms of what type of football do we want to play? Because like people say that I'm playing like the high line, the high press and that, but Thomas Frank likes to press as well. So we still don't have the midfielders. Like I think one big because Daniel was obviously talking about with unstyled play in his high line. I think a big issue was also the midfield. I don't think it was just the back line because who's winning the ball back? You see, when you want to do this high press for the whole season, do what Liverpool did under club Henderson, Henderson, and Ronaldo and Fabinho.
And Fabinho, yeah, that was the team. Yeah,
Just complete work rate, work rate. They didn't have they had Fabinho wasn't bad technically. He wasn't the greatest.
yeah.
Ronaldo was
Technically, he
probably
was sound enough. He was good enough.
it's not good enough here. But Ronaldo was probably the best out of the three.
Hmm.
But it wasn't like he was known for being like a tech man or anything like that. But the midfield was workhorses. They can go and work the whole season long. So if you want to do this high press thing, it's important that you have the midfielders. So if Frank wants to come into next season and the idea is to press, Madison for me can't be in that midfield. You can't you can't you can't play that football if Madison's in that midfield. You can probably do it with Kulusevski, but not with Madison. You can't do it with Bentancur. I don't think you can do it with Bentancur. Bergwall you can probably do it with. I think he has the legs for it, and I think he's a bit underrated in terms of how much he actually
Bergwall seems like
mind.
he's mobile. He seems mobile.
Yeah, exactly. Like he is, and he doesn't mind getting into a battle. He doesn't mind to. But so he's fine. But even then, like I said, I don't want to see him start. Me personally, I'm going to get two midfielders to come in and start, just to not only upward the quality, just in general, but also have a competitive environment where like you don't get into the starting 11 unless you show some certain level of ability. One good thing about the Frank appointment, I do think, is that RG Gray, where Ange has not used him at all. I do believe that this was a club signing, RG Gray, but Thomas Frank wanted him at Brentford, so I can definitely see him utilizing him. Whether it's going to be right back or DM, I don't know, but I do think RG Gray has like really good potential, and I really rate him as a player. But even then, I don't want him to start. To be honest, I don't want him to start. But it really just depends on what the football club does. I don't know if you heard my point about the Mbeumo thing. I was saying how
We're gonna get
I
to
don't
it.
care. I don't care. Obviously, we're gonna get to it, but I don't care if we don't get Mbeumo. Mbeumo can go to Man United. I'm just happy that we're looking at right wingers. I'm happy that because we was linked not only to Mbeumo but also to Semenyo and Dibbling. I have my thought about Dibbling, but I'm happy at least that you're looking for right wingers.
It's an
No, I want
area.
to see the yes, and I want to see guys who can be needed changes. They're not maybe the biggest names, I know, but we're not in the stage, and Tottenham is just not going to do that as well. So for me, to bring me guys who can either be needed changes. This is what needed movers. There we go, needed movers, or be at least high floor races at bare minimum. No, I want to see that for the two. I want to have two midfielders coming in who can do that, and I want a left winger. Then you can probably decide maybe two more signings, a backup centre back for Van der Ven. You might have to look at a replacement for Romero because he has 2 years left, and we don't know if he doesn't extend his contract this summer. I'm selling him personally, but I don't know if the club's gonna do it. So there's a lot of work to be done. There's a lot of work to be done, man. But look, man, like all I can say, get to work. Get to work. Like I'm not really on this whole. I'm seeing people say like I feel sorry for Frank. I rate him as a manager and he's here, but I'll be honest, I don't give a damn, bro. You
He's done
chose to
so.
come to this. You came to this football club because you believe you're good enough. If you fail here, you failed, and we go on to the next manager. And I'm not even one of the fans who feels petty about Ange being sacked because I've been saying for the time that if it wasn't for the Europa League, he would have been gone anyway.
True.
So it's not like for me, I'm one of the fans that's like hella petty about him leaving him getting sacked. No, I'm just tired of like people all the time in this fan base love doing this thing where they're like, they're trying to baby people, they're trying to baby managers. and say, "Oh no, this is club fault." No, it's not the club's fault. Yes, you can say the club could have done more. I agree with that, but these guys decided to come here.
Yeah, it's
At
true.
the end of it, so like, bro, I'll be honest, like it's the same thing, like it's like the same thing that I said with the Rodrigo thing, and then you did the solo Q&A. I rate Rodrigo as a player, but I'm not gonna cry about him not playing left wing because you choose him to be at right wing at Madrid. If you
Yeah.
really that's if you really want to show how good you are, you either go and try to win that left wing position for Vinny,
Hmm.
or you leave Madrid.
Craziest part is I actually think he's a very good right winger. That's the craziest part.
He's a good right. He's a very good right winger.
It's not even like he's had the issue like the not
No,
you, but
he doesn't. No,
the critical side, like all this conversation about him now just because they had a bad season.
so I
Because
see
this,
now. Like, before that, nobody had anything to say because he was performing. But the whole point is like how much better he could be if he's a left winger. But then it's like, okay, then let's show me how good you are as a left winger. Don't want to replace Winnie or leave Madrid and show me how good you are on the left wing.
I agree with that.
You know what I mean? So this is for me. That's what I'm saying. Like, I'm tired of making excuses, man. Oh, that's the football club. This is why, or because there's a player in that position. No, bro. Do your job to either outperform a player in the position or leave the football club and show how great you really are. That no, I can do that. You guys didn't want to give him an opportunity, and it's the same way I look at Frank and Thomas Frank. I don't feel sorry for him taking this job. If he fails here, off you pop, and we're looking for a new manager. Simple as that. So yeah, for me,
Let me ask you because Jez made a great point as well, De Niro, about the midfield. Where do you stand with Spurs' current midfield options? You like the midfield options? Don't like them because Jez was heavily critical. Not only talking about, hey, pretty much bringing in a whole new midfield, not get rid of them all, but replace the vast majority.
Can't lie, bro. Man, only rate Saab, bro. I'll be real. I don't really rate Bagval like that. And I think he's calm in it, but I don't feel like he's for that, bro. But obviously, that's just my preference in it. But obviously he's young in it, so he might impress man later on if he stays at Spurs. But my thing, I only rate Saar only because I've seen obviously both Vals had good performances longer twisted, but I've seen Saar for obviously a bit longer. And obviously Saar, I can see the potential. I could even see him if he was actually put into like a decent midfield, a good midfield. I feel like he would even be better than what he is now, bro. But obviously where he's
I
having
agree.
to play with all these scrubs, bro. You're playing with the Sumo, bro, just ruining the game, bro. You can't even I remember this one game, yeah. Can't remember what team we were playing, but I remember the exact scenario, bro. Like I remember, like we started the game, and obviously because you see Salah, like he's an engine in it, so he'll keep going, even if he's tired, bro. You even see him tired, he'll still keep trying to go and just you get me, keep his engine revving as long as he can. And one thing I clocked, yeah, there was a game. We started the game. And bro, this guy's looking to play like, like obviously you play in gaps, you know what I'm saying, playing between lines. And this Basuma guy is nowhere to be seen, bro. You get it, bro. Like obviously when you're playing as a midfielder, bro, you expect your other midfielder to be able to help you out, brother. It made Salah look like he was a madman. The guy ended up dribbling all the way back, yeah, to our half. And then it ended up even being a thing where he played it back to Vicario, but it looked like he was just moving mad. But the reality of the situation was there was no rotation in the midfield. And that's what you need, obviously. Yeah, Basuma was nowhere to be seen. And that's the thing where I say, like, a player like him, I'm telling you right now, if you put him in a midfield, that makes sense. It will make sense. He could be pulling out performances. I'm not gonna say gas him up to the level and say like how Caicedo, but he can pull out them similar type of performances to a certain extent. I do believe obviously like Caicedo's way levels above him. But what I mean is like he can be a Caicedo 2.0, you understand, or 3.0 if you want me to be more, you get me, before guys start trying to, but like a Caicedo 3.0. Because, bro, I'm telling you right now, he's got the engine. He runs. He knows how to recover the ball. He's strong. He doesn't go half-hearted in tackles. The guy can play football. He can take a shot from outside the box. The guy can play a free ball. The guy can do all these things. So, like I say, like, he's one of them players that any team, if they took him, he will be an asset. If you put him in a good midfield, put him in that midfield, with any team's midfield, I personally believe he'll do a job in it. So that's why I look at him. And then Bergvall, my thing is just I'm more critical in it. So I like to see guys for a bit longer. Like I need to
Yeah.
see, because this season was a good season for him. He had good performances. So let me just see more next season, and then of course we can go from there. But yeah, bro, like yeah, that's the only player in the midfield. As for Madison, bro, like I remember I used to defend Madison at the beginning. I
Yeah.
remember this, and I used to. There was one argument that I used to have, and it was about him and Bruno Fernandes, isn't it? And
Yeah.
this argument was actually an interesting argument because when Madison got relegated with Leicester, he actually got more GNA than Bruno Fernandes in that season. Yeah. Now I was arguing this thing, but I can't lie, bro. The guy is, I can't. He's deader than my man, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm Bruno Fernandes. Yeah, I can't lie, bro. That guy is the deadest 10, bro. Bro, I can't like.
Oh,
He's
yeah,
not even 10, bro. He's one of the deadest midfielders. All the guys that gas this guy up, bro. The thing is, what people need to realize. I know I'm diverting a bit, but what people need to
yeah.
realize is that brother, yeah. You see, Bruno. The one good asset that he has, yeah, is shooting, bro. You
Mhm.
understand? So if you put him in front of goal, he's gonna slam the ball in the net. I have
Yeah.
no doubt about that, bro.
Yeah.
But apart from that, bro, man's got nothing else, bro. Like, man are telling me that the guy knows how to play through balls. Brother, I promise you, put me in Man United's midfield, tell me, let the manager tell me, hey, M Dinero, all you gotta do is just spam the ball. Anytime you get it, spam it. Bro, do you know
Yeah.
how can't bro? I'm a decent enough player to do that. Especially with the fact that the guy doesn't do anything else apart from that. He don't recover the ball. He can defend, but he don't what the defending is just running back. Bro, no one can't tell me Bruno defends well. I can't see, you can't bring me a clip of saying, oh yeah, Bruno did this, but I've never seen Bruno do no recovery, one slide tackle nonsense. Nothing like that, bro. Don't tell me about Bruno defense. Because, bro, I can everything Bruno does, if you're a decent footballer, bro, you can replicate everything he does. The only thing you might not be able to do is the shooting. Because I can't lie, his
Final
shooting,
third.
I'll
Yeah.
give him his shooting is very
Shooting.
good. You get me? But like that's why when people try to compare him and say, like, oh yeah, De Bruyne is on a similar level. One thing that De Bruyne can do that he can't do is De Bruyne can actually play good through ball passes.
Yeah.
This guy does not know how to play. I'm telling you, bro, if you look at all of his clips of the goals that you man have scored through his passes, it's been over the top, bro. Any man can do that, bro. If you got
Mm.
Rashford on the wing that's got pace and you just say,
Take it
okay,
long to-
bro, I can guarantee you right now, broski, I can guarantee you right now, when they're in the changing room. So
Mm.
somebody who anybody in any fan base can come and bet with me. I bet you the manager says, Bruno, just hit him in channels. Just hit him in channels. I promise you, bro. I'm telling you this now. Because there's no way man are just spamming the ball like this. The guy loses the ball. One is what I'm pretty sure
Taking it
statistics
too
wise,
many
he's the
times.
one that loses the ball the most in the Prem. So man can't tell me that the manager's not telling him, bro, spam the ball. And the manager's even saying spam the ball. It doesn't matter what happens after. The reason why I
Yeah.
know that is because the manager don't even shout. And I ain't seen Ten Hag shout at my man when
Yeah.
my man used to give the ball away. I've not seen I ain't seen Amarim shout at my man
Mhm.
when my man gives the ball away. Whereas Pep, when De Bruyne used to give the ball away, bro, you see man screaming, bro. Man screaming, man say, brother, like pattern
He was
up,
on his
fam.
case. He
You
was
know what
on
I'm
his
saying?
case.
So that's how I know the manager's just saying to Bruno, yeah, spam the ball into this. Bro, man knows that. That's why I say like midfield for me, midfielders, I'm hard to impress. That's why I say like with all of this midfield and
Mm.
it's like Madison, bro. You stink more than my man. How can you stink more than this guy, bro? Like it doesn't make sense, bro. This guy is the deadest midfielder that man's seen in a while that people gas up, bro. And Madison, like the thing is, Madison's got way more attributes than this guy, bro. But you don't
True.
even use them, bro. You're just dead. But
Shall
that's why.
I
What is
tell you
that?
why, bro? Should I tell you why? Because like, bro, like somebody put. I always talk about this tweet. I always talk about this tweet, yeah, about James Madison that a Leicester fan made years ago, and not years. This wasn't like
Yeah.
years ago, but it was more recent. It was actually quite recent, more. But the person said the three cycles of Madison through a season: unplayable, unavailable, unnoticeable. This is James Madison. That's James
I was
Madison.
with you today, bro. I was a Madison guy as well. That's the craziest part. I used
Yeah,
to
nah,
be a
bro,
big
man was
fan.
on that, bro. I can't lie.
Yeah.
I
No,
can't
bro,
lie,
I,
bro.
I called that. I called that
Jez was
shit. I
cracking
called
on him.
that
I
shit.
tried to defend him, and it's like, fuck, Jez is right.
Oh no, because for me it's like you're no different to Bruno in my opinion. You're low key worse. Because at least Bruno in recent times, if I can remember, he came up sometimes clutch for United. Whether you want to believe that it helped anything, probably didn't.
Yeah, he has
Didn't.
moments like De
But
Niro said
but
he's a final third player. Like put him in
yeah,
and around the box, fine in the final third. I have no
and
issues everything else.
Well, he's that
look,
Bruno.
look, but,
Yeah, Bruno, my issue with
Bruno, yeah.
everything else.
But that's the
Mm.
thing.
The Europa League final
Madison,
against you lot sums him up for the goal. Fucking
yeah,
sums
He's
him up.
done,
He
man.
does that. He
He's
does
done.
that.
another
He does
mistake.
that
I'm mistaken.
every game. But because
Every
it don't
game,
lead
bro.
to a goal, people won't talk about it. Does it every game? Like the keeper might make a save, or it gets stopped, or there's a foul or something like that. Like you mentioned them, De Niro, about midfield. I'm like that. I don't know if it's because it's the role I play myself, and secondly, I know how important it is, and I've seen it played at the best. That I just can't stand it. Like giving the ball away cheaply in that area.
Jarring, bro.
One of my pet peeves.
I'm
I
telling you,
really
bro.
can't stand it.
If you look at my even the reason why I hate that, because obviously man I started off as a, what's it called, this guy's tap.
Yeah,
This
shout out
guy's tap.
Jacob with the Europa
Bro, you
League
may as
trophy.
well
That's
send me
fine.
you may as well send me one, bro. But no, literally, bro, yeah, the reason why I say this in midfield, the midfield battle, is that, bro, even me, like man used to play midfield, you get, and when I played in midfield, one of my best things was retention. If I show you the clips of all my academy days, it's retention, innit? That's the simple basics of a midfielder. 2-yard passes, retention, bro. You understand? Because even when I started, there wasn't really like the rotation part. It was just being a basic out and out sweeper midfielder. You understand? I remember back in the day when everybody used to say sweeper, be a sweeper, and that. You understand? That's what man used to do. So when I'm saying that, bro, I in academies they used to teach us, bro, a 2-yard pass should be simple, bro. This guy can't even make 2-yard passes, bro. Like, bro, like, what are we doing here, bro? How can you not make 2-yard passes, bro? As a professional footballer that gets paid.
That's what annoys me.
Come on, bro.
You're not me. I can do that. That's me.
You
I'm
get
not
it,
getting
bro.
paid. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not getting paid. You are a professional, and it's basic stuff. 5-yard pass, and you're misplacing it, or it's too powerful, or there's not enough pace on it. And the people have the cheek to go, why are you complaining about such and such? He scored. Fuck
Yeah,
off.
I've had
You
enough,
taking
bro.
liberties?
But that's the funny part about it. Like, I can't even say that about Madison. That I wish he scores.
Bro.
I wish. He, like this is what I'm saying. Like you could have at least Bruno scores. At least he maybe helped you get a point or
Yeah,
something.
you just go. Yeah, I give you that.
When Madison doesn't play well, he doesn't do anything. Like you might as well substitute him. You might as
Start
well
playing
because like
somebody.
my point is like my point always with him has been is that you cannot have what people say because my biggest issue with is how people have not the same energy for certain players. People will go out there and have an energy for a player that's less technical and give him more shit. But because James Madison is so much more superior technically than the guy who isn't, people will give him shit. And ironically, I use Bruno and James Madison as my comparison all the time. When I was getting a lot of shit from people and people saying I had an agenda. But in reality, you just look like Bruno out there for me. Just that you don't even get the clutch moments. Big up for you in the Europa League run. What fuck did you do in all season long, man? But obviously, yeah, man, I set my fourth only on the midfield anyway. But
No, that's
big
fair.
objective,
I
man.
just think it was an interesting point. That's why I wanted to get De Niro's points on it as well. But big up to Jacob here with the Europa League trophy. I hope it didn't cost too much. What are you saying, Jacob? Clearly in a good mood, man.
Wait, can
Hold
I just
on.
say something
Big
quickly?
Yeah,
Bertha
yeah.
talking to me. She talking
Jacob,
real
I just
nice to
want to
me.
say something, yeah. I just want to put this out there just because we always take time to do this and I don't want people to get confused, you know what I'm saying? Obviously, when Jacob makes statements, them statements don't count for me or for Jez or for Flawless, you understand?
You been
Them
catching
don't count
smoke because
for.
of me?
Hey, broski,
You're welcome.
I can't lie. Man's been, I couldn't believe it, fam. I said, bro, no, I'm not part of that. I'm not part of that, mate.
Oh, the trash can Tommy,
Broski,
trailer park,
broski, broski,
methadone Franklin,
everything, bro. But you're my guy, so I defend you.
fentanyl Frankie.
Yeah, he's getting mad already. He's getting
All
mad
right, so
already.
you know what? Let's go there. Love the
Yeah.
trophy, by the way. Thoughts on Thomas, because last time you was on the show, Jacob, and we was here doing the show, it was just talks about Thomas Frank becoming the Spurs manager. Now it is indeed official. Thoughts? You soften your stance?
You know, people who are traumatized in life, they get service animals that they can pet and they can say, like, look at my animal. I love this soft love. I got this.
It looks fire. I
Who the
can't
fuck
lie.
is Thomas? He ain't done shit for me.
It
Until
looks
you give
fire.
me something like this. Go give me that Super Cup, son. Then I'll talk real nicely to Tommy Gun.
Where did you
Until
even buy
then,
that from? That shit looks like a legit one. You know what I'm saying? That
it's a
shit
heavy
looks
son
legit.
bitch. It's a
Yeah,
big
that shit looks
motherfucker.
legit.
Yeah, that motherfucker.
But yeah, Fulton Thomas Frank becoming your manager.
My thoughts on it are exactly what I said before. 11 years step backwards, and only Tottenham can do some bullshit like that, and then everyone celebrate it. Talking about the fucking hotel chair. Shit. We stood up from it and we're like, I'm scared, and then sat back down. And Thomas Frank said, I'm the best one at sitting down. I'm a good boy. You gonna feed me slop, Mr. Levy? We got the Gucci belts of yes men. The motherfucking Gucci belt of yes men. If Ainge is a yes man, that's the Walmart brand. That's the fucking them flip flops that cost $2. But this Gucci brand, Thomas Frank, yes man, that's the motherfucker. He'll bow down and kiss your feet when you take away any of his little bonuses you get. Oh, you know, go give me the nice little pig slop. Thank you, sir. Fucking weird. Jacob makes us all Americans look crazy. I mean, shit, you could talk for yourself. I'm my own individual. I would never say another grown man speak for me. You want to know why? Because I'm a grown ass man.
He's praising you because he says it's such an accurate representation. It's a compliment.
Big Bertha didn't like it. Big Bertha says she didn't like it. I don't know if you've seen Twitter today.
Is that what you named the trophy? I seen you and Staffy going back and forth. I did see that.
No, that's not it. I woke up to Egal taking the piss out of me celebrating 3 weeks after winning something he's never seen in his lifetime, nor has his fan base ever seen in their lifetime. But that's neither here nor there. So fuck the Woolwich Wanderers.
What is it that a gal and his fan base have not seen in their lifetime that you've seen in yours?
European glory.
Okay, there we go, man.
And I ain't talking about European on my boots. I'm talking about European motherfucking silverware. That's what I'm talking about. But De Niro, I'm sorry that you got to catch smoke, but you know what they say? You get too close to the motherfucking volcano, sometimes you get a little drip drop of lava. You know what I'm saying? But in regards to Frank, I know Flaws ain't here, so I'll try and answer the question he asked me, 10 minutes ago when I just started rambling about, but shh, honey, honey, just chill. No, I'm disappointed. It sucks. I'm not as angry. I'm still kind of like, fuck that. I have already started the silly, slanderous bullshit, which is Frank sexuals are now all a part of a Frank sexual cult. That is correct. I've invented my own gender, just like they did with Ainge. My glorious manager. By the way, ex-manager. Shit, we shot Old Yeller, and I said it that someone in my chat earlier said, "Bring back Big Ainge." You can't put the toothpaste back into the tube. You can't unshoot Old Yeller after you put a shotgun shell in the back of his cranium. There's just things that you can't do. Like when you're making a soup and you put too much salt, you can't remove the salt once you put too much. So it's a slow as you go type of thing. And if one thing I've learned about Tottenham, it doesn't matter if you're moving slow, you're moving fast. If you move in a way that doesn't just, tickle the fancy of every prima donna, diva, Motel 8 chair, fucking, I ain't even gonna say the C word, I almost said it. But if you pander to certain crowds, then you're just as bad as them. Levy, you son of a bitch. You give us the best week of my life as a sports fan, and that's all sports. I ain't talking about just this sport that I love so much and I'm crazily obsessed with and I've played for over 22 years of my life. I'm talking about motherfucking all sports. I played basketball 22 years of my life. And the Mavericks championship didn't give me what this Europa League gave me. For different reasons, obviously, in life. But when the Cowboys were winning, I was fucking 4 years old. I just remember it was a house full of happy people and it was like, woohoo. It didn't make me feel this. I had never held it, caressed it like this, nuzzled into it, woken up in the morning like, who's this? I wake up in the morning and the sun's banging off the motherfucking shimmering indentions and the texture is like a motherfucking boulder from the Alps type like just rough and scruff, but then you get down here to the veiny snicker veins. You know what I'm talking about? Come on, shut. Feels good. Oh yeah, but not when I think about Frank, which was your original question. Yeah, well, I'm just here. I'm just alive, experiencing bullshit in sports always and always. I have a good moment, and hopefully this isn't the only one that just is the only thing that I get to appreciate, because I'll be honest, who knows when the fuck this is ever going to happen again for someone like me, because I've got Daniel Levy running my club. He cared more about balancing an Excel sheet like some Spurs creators than the point of the fucking game. What is the aim of the game? Is it to see a club profit in which my wallet has no difference? My bank balance does not move up nor down when Tottenham make money. Typically it goes down when I start buying shit like this. $500. Get after them goddamn tariffs. Fucking make America great again. Let's charge our citizens to buy stuff from another country. But that's neither here nor there in regards to Thomas Frank. Flawless, I really think you made a mistake by going off camera, because now I'm just fucking running and who knows where I'm going. What does a bear do when he's in the woods? Like, what is the direction of the bear running? Nobody really knows. Not even the bear. He's just trusting his instinct, and I'll go.
Trust me, Jacob, I'm fully aware. You say, like, I know what you are.
That's
like.
why you left the banner up before you got out.
I know what I'm getting. That's why I left the banner up first and foremost. That's why you're here. You know what I'm saying? I know you are not adhering to any tactical instructions. You are, you know what I'm saying, Jacob? You are streets never forget baller. You are going to do whatever. You might pick the ball.
You know what else the streets will never forget?
You lot winning. You didn't say an Arsenal. You didn't say an Arsenal haven't. Well, actually, Jacob, let me ask you thoughts on the Mbeumo new news that you lot may try and hijack the deal from us. Are you with that? Not with that, etc. Where do you stand?
I kind of buy into the notion that I think it's a play from somebody on that side of Mbeumo, whether it be Brentford, his agent, or somebody. They're just doing. First of all, people were citing their source as Sky Sports, I think it was.
Sky Sports is reliable.
And Sky Sports' source was the Mirror.
Yeah,
and the Mirror also told me that
was a different. I think that was differently where Sky Sports reported.
The Mirror was about the bid.
Yeah, like the Mirror reported about the bid, whereas the Sky Sports was just talking about how when we acquired Frank, that meanwhile they also had initial talks about.
I feel like it's just like a natural connection humans are just going to try to make. It's going to be forced, whether because we're clearly in the market for forward position players, and I would love a player of Mbeumo's quality. I don't think Frank's got that pull, but like I would think the fucking loser in our class, if he's able to pull a bad bitch, hey shit, you can hang out with me a little bit until I have a better assessment of who you are. But as far as I'm concerned, Trailer Park Tommy ain't pulling nothing but goddamn cheek white women, and I ain't about that.
What did you say? He's only pulling.
You broke up
during that. Yeah, probably.
I broke up. I said trailer trash, or trailer trash white women with concave asses can't even fill out them off-brand True Religion jeans. The fuck we doing? And that's what Tommy pull. Oh, good boy, Tommy. He's a good boy. Good boy, Tom Tom.
You really don't rate Thomas Frank like that, at all, do you?
Okay, when I take all my objectivity out, he's a fine, okay.
Okay, but
like, what is Poch? He's a fine manager. He's okay.
It's because it's after Ange, and Ange actually won you something. I get that. And it's
Ange put his fucking Europa-sized member on the table and said, in my second year, I'm going to make this motherfucker purr like a goddamn motorcycle. And you know what happened?
This shocked me.
I'm not involved, fam. Man only like gal. Man only like gal. We only talk about gal.
Look at the banner, man. I got you, man. And as you can see, maybe away from the screen or listening on the audio platforms, all the views expressed by Jacob on Sarcasm City TV are not always the views of Flawless. The rest of the panel, all Sarcasm City TV.
It's like those pill commercials in America where there's like the side effects may include you're gonna fucking die, you fucking piece of shit, and you're gonna lose your hair and your face is gonna fall off, you son of a bitch.
That's the mindset I was going with. Yeah, it was that type.
I like that because you know this Frank thing. Like he's not a bad manager, but he's not better or equal to what we just got rid of. And my thing is like. People they always get confused because they see me passionately talking and emotionally ranting, and they think it's all because this thing, Ainge sexual, that they invented. But guess what? What did Missy Elliott tell me to do when I was a young boy? I put my thing down, flip it, and reverse it. So that's what I'm gonna do. It's yours a different way, yours a different way, yeah. So now we got Frank sexuals and a Frank sexual cult. These cult members, choo choo. Anyone saying choo choo, they're in a cult. As far as I'm concerned.
What is real? Unreal, yeah.
What I say?
Yo, how do your parents and your siblings, if you have any, and your cousins and your wife just deal with you on a daily basis? You know what I'm saying? That's the that Missy Elliott song. She wasn't talking to the males, by the way. You know what I'm saying? Just to clarify, that wasn't.
Well, you know, I see things in a fluid form. We're all just human beings floating around on a rock, fucking spinning around in space. And I see it as that is a message that transcends gender. Because in life, when you get dealt a shit hand, you can flip it and reverse it how you want it. It's about empowering yourself, whether it's shaking that ass or the front side. It don't matter.
Brother, you're going mad. Nah, he's moving mad. Brother, listen, hey, we don't shake none of that around there. You understand? Naturally, get me. Only girls.
No, that's not what I see on YouTube. I see plenty of people shaking their bums for an average mid-level manager whose best fucking compliment is that he hasn't died yet.
Actually,
good job, buddy.
Let's get to this. A lot of Spurs fans are not happy with Frank coming in. With not
There's
many
a lot,
top managers available. Which manager would you have gone for? I know you would have liked to have kept Ange, Jacob, but let's say Ange waited. Let's say in this hypothetical, Ange left.
Yeah.
Ange said, "Hey, I can't deal with this. I'm gonna resign. I'm gonna leave winning the Europa League." What manager, realistically, would you have went? All right, cool, go and get?
First of all, Ainge was kissed by a rose on the gray. So let's just get that out there, plain and simple. It's a Seal quote. It's a love song from Seal.
Yeah, well,
I don't listen to Seal or love songs.
You were kissed by a rose on the gray, and
what was he kissed by? A woman called Rose on his gray bed. Is that what it's?
I hope so. I hope so.
Yeah, I really don't understand the metaphor, but that's just the lyrics.
I would hope so. Clearly, he fell in love with a woman called Rose, and she kissed him on his gray bed. That's what it sounds like.
It's just a love song, and it's a sweet message that I don't quite understand, but I can get on board with it. And
you and the frames and the glasses remind me of like an old school wrestler in like the 80s. Like Macho Man Randy Savage.
Hey.
Yo, this guy does, it's like a wrestler from the 90s or something.
He's not real, man.
Yo, can you get where we at, Jacob?
No, about managers that I like actually would have. So again, my whole point is it's not like Ainge is the best thing ever, but he is in regards to managers I've seen and their success at this club. And to me, like Jose Mourinho and Antonio Conte, you can arguably say they're better managers than Ainge, but they were unsuccessful here. Fair enough. Nuno, what has he won? Saudi Arabia Cup. Fucking, what is it? The goddamn rubber lamp genie cup? What the fuck? I mean, nothing to me.
Jacob, what manager would you have gone for?
I'm set. There's something Future said.
My bad.
Yeah,
sorry.
he said I fuck on the bitch and I lay up. That's what I'm doing right now.
Big up Future. Big up Future.
Shout out Future Hendrix. See, where was I now? You the coach calling out plays from the sideline while I'm in here hitting the ISO.
Yeah, using ISO. My bad.
Oh,
No, just the overall point is just get someone either equal to factually, not feelings, not I like him. Oh, Tommy's just so good at not dying. He's so good. It's like, bitch, I'm not trying to just live. I'm not trying to just survive. I'm trying to thrive. Ainge started that. You got to put the fucking poo-poo in the soil before the plants go right through it. And this right through the motherfucking soul. As far as I ain't a gardener, but then they talking about Odegaard, Damsgaard, Norsgaard. Fuck them guards. Gardens of whatever. Glasner named. I'll just end my answer here with Glasner would have been something that seems realistic.
Because he
that's a club that also came up from the championship and
he
has not gone back down. So
yeah, he won he won that trophy you're holding and won that trophy and won a trophy here as well.
He won, he won it with Frankfurt. And impressive fact, they weren't even supposed. Who were they playing? Was it Sevilla or was it somebody? Leverkusen. I don't remember. It was Frankfurt versus somebody.
It was Frankfurt versus
Roma?
Rangers, I think, in the final. I think
it wasn't. No way. It was Rangers.
It was the. You're talking about Glasnow's final, right?
Yeah, Glasner's final. Yeah.
Glasner when he won this bad boy. That is a resume you can put up and say he could be a better manager than Ainge, and I can hear it. I'm not going to really rebuttal that because he won a trophy like Ainge with a club that historically don't, and I mean Crystal Palace never, but he won it there, and he's won this thing that I'm holding. That's comparable. That is of a level in which shows we're moving in a direction that's not an 11-year step backwards. And to me, hiring a guy because he reminds you of Poch at Southampton, this isn't 2014. What the fuck have we been doing? Just running in place for 11 years at the goddamn trailer park with pills jingling? Here comes Methadone Tommy. All the hoes running and flocking when they hear, oh, Methadone Tom.
Over to you, Jez, man. The manager that you would have like.
Ozempic Frankie, eat a goddamn burger.
No, what's it called? No, the one thing quick I would have asked there is that I wouldn't say Frank is like Potter. I think he's more like Potter, to be honest. I think he's closer to Potter, and ironically, I think it's the same situation. You come to a football club, just don't know what they're necessarily doing at the moment. They're playing Champions League football. You have no experience in European football like that. It's literally the same situation. So you see what you have to do. Manager that I would have gone with Klasner for the same reasons of like just him having the experience in Europe. I do think that having a manager who's like comfortable in also the fronts, despite what people feel like, about answering what he has won and where he has won it, at least he understands like, yo, I need to rebuild this situation in order to go and win something. So he at least understood, okay, what it takes to win something, even if it wasn't major trophies or anything like that. Whereas Thomas Frank, he doesn't even know really like what it feels like to win. And I feel like somebody like a Klasner would have been fine for me. For me, my list was Klasner, Sebastian Hoeneß, Friuli, who was not sacked by Ajax, but let go by Ajax. Friuli. I was actually taking a chance on Italiano as well. From I think he's a Fiorentina right now. Or tell like he's a Bologna, I think now. And yeah, I think these are the four managers I probably would have thought about before I would have gone with Thomas Frank and that. There's probably other managers I would have taken as well, just because, like I said, I just want somebody who's been in scenarios and understands what it means to be playing at that, what it means to compete at the highest level.
No, first. Well, fair enough. De Niro, what are you saying? What manager, like outside of Frank, would you have been like, all right, go and get if it was your choice?
Glasner still, but the only reason why is because, bro, like, I'm not gonna lie, bro. Them Palace players, bro, they're not all that, bro. And he had them balling in it. I'm not gonna lie, bro. So the fact that he can get them man balling like that, bro, I'll take him still. You get it, bro. I'll take him.
You know what the thing is here? But there's probably tweets out there on Twitter here where I said, because we was rejected by Enrique, Nagelsmann, etc. here. So I was saying, you know what? As an outside shout, if you can't get a manager that we wanted, and I didn't want to Pochettino back at any cost. Fuck that nigga, bro. But at, I said as an outside shout, why do we not go and get Glasner as the manager because he was on the free at the time, and people said, what do you mean Glasner? He's not that good, and not everybody's glazing Glasner at Palace. Bro, I watched this guy. I watched Bundesliga football. I know my managers though. I know my German managers. Like I didn't. Like he was like. And that's the funny part about it. Like I wasn't making it sound like he is like this manager that I wanted so bad. I'm just saying I want him as an option because he at least understands being in certain competition and what it takes. But hey, not everybody wants to glaze him though.
First, fair enough, fam. I hear you on that one. First, and you lot continue to run up the likes as well. How many likes we on? As we got the obviously shout out to Jacob for the raid. I don't know where he's gone. This show is always crazy, in particular because of Jacob. Make sure you subscribe to his channel though if you haven't. You changed it from United Spurs of America to Jacob Uncensored. I don't know why he needs to add the uncensored because Jacob is just uncensored. He's never censored whatsoever. Shout out to the little one in the cut as well. Love that. See, look, man, see how we doing it at Sarcasm City TV.
You know, that's also why I love Ange Postecoglou. He made her a champion. He showed her something in her first year of life that I didn't see in 15 years.
There we go.
Get that right, Machichi.
There we go. Love that. Love that. And big up, yeah, no stress, do your thing. Big up Keke Letso as well. We are going to close out very, very shortly as well. So you lot, this guy is crazy, yo. Make sure you lot run up the likes, hit the like button on the video. I don't know how many likes we're on, as this other laptop here is playing up, so I can't even get on the page. But yes, I can't even get on the YouTube studio page at this moment in time. But run up the likes, subscribe if you are indeed new, and make sure you subscribe to the Sarcasm City TV Clips channel as well, because we'll be redirecting there for one of the clips. I'm not sure which clip we are indeed going to get. We are going to watch. Final few questions as well. But Jez, you mentioned it already. You lot linked to Semenyo. Is there strength in that if you don't indeed sign Mbeumo? And
yeah, like this was
fire. I just want to say fire profile picture as well. For anyone who watches Archer, anyone knows what Archer's like. Yeah, go on, Jez.
Nah, what's it called? That was like legitimate links even prior to yesterday. But technically yesterday, you know, there was some legitimate links about Semenyo link, like saying how they may look into him if they can't get like an Mbeumo, but he would be a bit expensive. But I told people already, man, I'm on that type of energy now. I don't give a damn, bro. Like, I don't give a damn. It's not my money. It's not my money, bro. I'm not a Twitter accountant, bro. I'm not a accountant, bro.
Oh, but if you look at the Emiratization over 5 years, Jazz, you want to make sure that you're adequately balanced through the 4 quarters throughout the entire, in order to ensure profitability, sustainability. Insert more jargon here.
Nah. This is what I'm trying to say, bro. Like, I'll be honest, man. I'm not here for this whole, it's too expensive, bro. If you think the guy can come in and help, or if I think he can come in and help, pay the money, bro. Like, Semenyo, I still not so Mbeumo, I still believe he goes to Man United. Like, I saw this whole thing in the afternoon, and I was more happy that we just linked to right winger. I said it in the group chat. I wasn't even like, oh my days, we're gonna get Mbeumo of United. I still think he goes to United, but even if there's an outside shot, hey man, I don't play in the club, man. Go and shoot. If you get like, I rather like what did Dion Waiter said? Waiter said, he said, I'd rather go 0-30 because that means if I stop shooting, that means I lose confidence. But I don't care if Mbeumo rejects me and goes to Man United. It's Man United. It's not like he goes to Palace. So like for me, like I said, if you can't get Mbeumo, cool, get me Semenyo. And if you can't get Semenyo, then I would be cool with Tyler Dibling. I need a right winger, I need 2 midfielders, and I need a left winger in my starting.
You know who else plays right wing that's on the market for buying? Mohamed Kudus. He's a baller.
Kudus is another one. I would take Kudus.
I would take Kudus in a heartbeat. You know what the ironic thing I thought of about what they said about Frank?
Yeah.
Was that they said we've hired one of the most innovative and progressive coaches in the game.
Here he goes.
Bro, that shit had me crying. I was like, they're genuinely taking the piss, because not only in their exit speech for Ainge, they said it's not good enough because we're trying to compete on all fronts, which is 4 competitions. So let's get a guy who's done in his lifetime never managed 4 competitions.
You know,
where does that make sense? I was like, I need to get my tooth pulled. I'm going to McDonald's to hire a burger flipper to fucking pull my tooth. Don't make
Jacob,
sense.
Before you go on your rampage,
I'm done.
because the news also going to turn. All I gotta say is, man, yo, the Spurs fan base is hilarious, bro. Innovative. Oh, look at the last Champions League winners and tell me innovative managers there. You think Pep maybe changes the system here and there, but he's not innovative. You think Enrique?
Is he progressive? Hee hee.
Bro, anyway, and De Niro.
So progressive. The fuck does that even mean?
Yo, De Niro, you there?
Yeah, I'm here still.
You also call your can
you tell me what progressive means?
About this guy. What were you saying about Semenyo? Play, you rate, don't rate? Because he seems to be the one, if you don't sign him, Bremo, that you're going to go try and get Semenyo.
That's all right. It's all right. Yeah. It's all right.
Notice Bournemouth.
Yeah, it's not like, yeah, it's all right, innit, bro? Like, you get me, bro? Man, yeah,
you
bro.
Don't sound
like,
convinced at all.
Yeah, it's calm in it, like, bro. You know what it is, bro.
Bro's coping hard right now. That's what it sounds like. You're like,
bro, you know what it is, bro. Like, I can't lie. To be fair, who else are we gonna get, bro? So if we get him, man, we'll just say, you know what, fair enough, innit? You get me? It's realistic. It's a realistic signing, innit? You get me? That I can actually see that we could probably do. But then at the same time, I was seeing the even though like I'm with Jez, like, bro, I don't deal with price tags in it. But knowing that tap guy, bro, that tapped alien guy that sits at the top of the stadium and that, bro, this guy will see the price and then start trying to negotiate how to budget it down, bro. You get me? And then we won't end up getting them. Do you get? That's the reason why, bro. Like, it's a realistic one, but I obviously Bournemouth are gonna try hit man with a serious price tag for him. You get me, bro? But yeah, it's calm in it, like, bro. Like, you get me? But I would be more on what these man said, which is Kudus, innit, bro? If you can get Kudus, bro, slap any bread for that, bro. I don't give a toss, bro. Slap any bread for that.
All they're looking to make is their money back. They're not even trying to profit.
Yeah,
which is a good thing because, like, the thing is, do I think he's slightly overrated? Yes, like, I'm literally the Ghanaian myself here, so I'll make sure that I like what my Ghanaian players do and that. But I still think, considering what we have at right wing, he's a massive upgrade. Like, I've seen somebody, off track. I've seen somebody say how Frank could possibly, this was just a fan saying, this wasn't even a report, how Frank maybe could put Johnson on the left wing. I'll be honest, Frank out if Johnson starts next season. If Johnson starts, like, for me, the non-negotiables though. If Richarlison isn't sold, if Johnson is starting, or if I see the midfield pivot as it is with Bentancur and Sarr, Bentancur and Burkhardt. If these three things are the first thing that I see as PSG, Frank out, man. Agenda starts from that.
Man just reminded me about Richarlison, bro. You know, I forgot about that while I can't believe it.
Hey, without Richie, bro, we don't win this. He was crucial in that final.
No, don't get twisted. Appreciate
Shout out my pigeon.
Appreciate Richarlison. Appreciate Johnson.
Yeah,
you guys contributed, but bro, you guys.
But we have to improve. I do agree.
Shout out
I just
that
say
pigeon, bro.
It's a thank you. It's a
shout out.
You don't keep a pigeon in the house.
It's time for him to fly away, bro. Yeah,
I agree. I agree. I think he could go back to Everton. They still love him there. They still would be down. If they just give us back the money we spend, I'm perfectly fine with what he did for us, which was the penultimate of it. 60 minutes in the final. And if Son played, I don't know that the same result happens.
No,
I don't think so too. I don't think so. I didn't want Son.
He was, I think he was very crucial for us in that final. I want to say this about Semenyo, if I can. I think he's a bitch.
I think so.
I think he's a great player, but he's Semenyo, Semenyo. I've rated him for a long time, but then I saw some TV interviews, and he just kind of talked like a little bitch. Talks like a gooner.
What did he say?
He said the best place I've ever played was Emirates. Bitch, ain't no motherfucking way that's the best place you played. Ain't no motherfucking way.
I mean, he's an Arsenal fan, by the way.
In what world is that? What?
He's not. You're thinking about it, Jacob. He hasn't played in Europe.
We have a big ass cheese room. How about that? Did he ever go there and he try the cheese?
I don't want to get into the what's great about the Spurs stadium, because Mbeumo was not happy with me last week when we were talking about.
Yeah,
We have
let's not do
go-karts
that.
underneath the
Oh,
stadium.
brother, yo, hey, thank you for
Go-karts.
watching today. Thank you for watching today. That's Sarcasm City TV. Thank you.
Yeah,
Whoa.
Mbeumo wasn't trying to hear it last week, so I'm not
Room,
involved. You can talk about the Chiefs room. That's your prerogative. I'm not involved here, man.
I'm just saying, we got state-of-the-art facilities. You look at Yelp, there's one place at the top, and it's reserved for us. Fantastic.
We had a bunch of food.
Guys, you're forgetting the big message here. Like, Ainge tried to take Spursy as a sentient being, take it out back, and give it the old paka. You know what I'm talking about? The old yeller. You've been a good dog now. Look at the sunset. Look at there's a piece of bacon. Paka! As soon as they turn their head. You know what I'm talking about? That's what Ainge tried to do to Spursy. And guess what? Levy shot Ainge before he shot old yeller Spursy. And guess what? Spursy came back. So it would make sense we sign a fucking gooner that is from a club that we also took their other best player from.
Harry Kane was Arsenal. I don't know if he was a fan, but obviously he came through that academy.
Well, he was a 10-year-old chunky fat boy. We're all stupid chunky fat boys in one day or another, and I don't blame him for being a stupid fat boy. But he's a grown-ass man who's still twerking for Schnitzelville. And I'll be honest, the fact that some Indian Premier League player gets a heartfelt message and a photo with you, and we can't even pull out a goddamn congratulations from that motherfucker. He's still a GOAT, and it doesn't erase the memories, but it's tainted how I see it going forward. Because Kyle Walker said I'd trade one of my Premier Leagues to have won that with Tottenham. But you got fans out here, it's not that big a deal. Put the trophy to a side, take your emotions out. No.
You know what?
Take my emotions out. Like, what's love making without love? What the fuck we talking about? Have sex without my dick. It's impossible to do. You can't make me.
All I gotta say is to divert from that. Bro, like Kane, people will start realizing this guy doesn't like us like people think he does. But it is what it is, man. It is what it is.
Yeah, because fans get fooled and think all players are attached to the clubs like we are. Look at Trent at Liverpool, and he's Scouse.
Bro, that motherfucker. By the way, I need to talk about because talk about
it, fam. We can go there. Talk about it.
Bro, I woke up. I didn't know they was going to present him yet for Madrid. The first thing I saw was him. You know the interview, like when he's talking to the presser. Not the second one, the first one when he's watching with his family, his highlights and all that. And I'm seeing. I thought somebody's gonna go and translate for him. Motherfucker speaking in Spanish, and this is not like some Spanish that I have learned. This was Spanish that I learned like for 3 months, 6 months. Nah, this is a Spanish that I have learned for like 2 years, bare minimum. Like, bro, this guy, big up to Trent. Like, I love the fact that he decided to go and leave Liverpool, because like don't let the echo champers tell you how you have to behave in it. But it's just so hilarious to me. It's because like low key. I understand with the little no for this type of shit. Yeah, I understand. Look, I know I can sit here and say, you know what, Liverpool fans, fair enough, innit? Mm-hmm. Prior to that, nah. But that shit just was hilarious to me. Honestly, it was just hilarious.
No, I get it. I get why Liverpool fans. What was your thoughts on it, Jacob? Because we haven't spoken there at all. Actually, Trent, who was in the Real Madrid, unveiled as the Real Madrid player, speaking fluent Spanish. Thoughts?
Maybe he was in Mexico and found himself a big booty Latina. We don't know he was on Duolingo plotting for the day that he gets to go to Madrid. Bro, I've seen men learn languages for a lot less. But what a whole lot is a big old booty Latino make you learn a whole bunch of new things.
Trust me.
So it's weird because to me, it just, like, I understand people's feelings are hurt. Like, if you're a Scouser and you've watched him from a young age, like, go through the academy, some of the shit he said was a little kind of out of pocket, talking about one of the their Champions League wins, and he was fucking there for one of them. I find that very strange personally, but he, do what you do. But the whole, like, him learning Spanish, you're gonna fucking tell him, oh, only eat sushis on Tuesday? The fuck is this? I was born in the land of freedom, motherfuckers. And it's not that free anymore, but the idea of freedom is that you can do whatever you want. And it doesn't matter where you live. If I want to learn Swahili, I can. I'm not in whatever nation speaks Swahili, but I could still learn it if I wanted to. It's the age of information. I mean, if it was like the fucking 1800s, you'd be like, I guess this guy traveled to Timbuktu and now speaks Timbuktuanese or whatever the language is. To be fair, I'm not educated in this stuff. When I was dating this Brazilian girl, I was like,
I don't know if it was English, the language in Timbuktu. I'm not sure, but carry on.
I don't even know where Timbuktu is. It just sounded like.
I think it's just made up. But let's find out. But go on, carry on as you were.
Yeah, I was like, because someone can find that out. But it's like, it's one of those things, you know, assuming another grown man's intentions for an action in which he's furthering himself as a human. I don't see the issue. I can understand the emotional.
Timbuktu is in Mali. I had no idea.
Hey, shout out Yves Basuma, aka Yves Baluma.
Is Basuma Malian?
Yeah, he's Mali.
He plays for Mali.
I had no idea, you know. For some reason, I thought I didn't know Mali.
One thing I say about him and Mali is that they have some nice kids, bro. Like Jacob, you probably would have seen some.
But go on, carry on.
But also, like from a kid's standpoint, people who fall in love with the sport and then pursue it to a level of, you could say, almost a psychopath level. It's like to get to where he's at and what he's achieved, he's won it all that you can in England, right? So what is there left for him to do for you? How much this motherfucker, he put on your skivvies, your pants, your shirt, your socks, your shoes, a hat, sunglasses, drove you to school, and you like, but he didn't do my homework for me today. It's like, okay, how much more motherfucker got to do? He put it for you on a silver platter. It's not like he left you and tried to go to City like Harry Kane did. It's not like he left you to Schnitzelville because he's chasing a silverware that, guess what? We got a better one, motherfucker.
Jacob,
eat your fucking schnitzel place somewhere else. This lunch table, not enough room for you, buddy.
Hey, Jacob, don't forget the interview with Gary Neville midway through the season was fighting for Champions League.
Yeah, that's crazy. That was crazy.
But I mean, his manager kind of set the tone, right? Jurgen Klopp in the middle of the year was like, hey, by the way, I'm going to fucking Bali when the season's over because I'm fucking off and doing Trivago, I think it is, that I saw him in a commercial here in America. Trivago or something. I don't know what the hell's going on out there. But Big Bertha.
Go find out.
Yeah.
Go make sure. I thought he just left it to his wife. This guy's just gonna leave. Yo, go find out this guy.
Yo, go be a family man.
This guy.
Go be a family man.
What's wrong with this guy, yo? I presume like his wife also was there. And in regards to why talking about him reading it, he wasn't what teleprompter was he reading off? Where was the teleprompter? And even if he was, you still have to learn Spanish.
Exactly what I'm saying. That you don't.
Let's say hypothetically he was reading off a teleprompter. You still have to learn Spanish. How did he have that so fluent down to an absolute T? And it just adds to it. So where's the script and why and why? Where was the script? What script? Where's the teleprompter? You'd see it in the room, right? Because he wasn't reading off any paper. He didn't have a phone in his hand. There was no paper, nothing.
Hey, before any of y'all call CPS, my wife is here. They're waking up from a nap and they're triggering each other. So he's getting upset, then she screams at him, and then he cries harder. It's a vicious cycle. Okay. It's like Tottenham.
You know what? The fact that your wife's there, there's an adult in the room, so we good. All right, we know. All right, calm. No problem.
Yeah, I'm responsible. I'm not. I mean, you may, just because I talk funny, don't mean that I leave my kids unattended.
And to why says, bro, how could he speak in a foreign language without? Because he's been learning it. That's the whole point. That's where the outrage
think about
comes
it.
from. Because he's been learning. Because you'll have, for instance, Jez can speak a foreign language. Jez, English isn't his first language. But he'll speak without pausing because he learned the language. I don't know how long it took. How many other languages you speak? Just in total?
I speak three, but I speak obviously English, second language, German, my first language, and I speak Twi, which is obviously this language that they speak in Ghanaian, but only like a little bit, not a lot. But
that's the point I'm making is you get people here who speak multiple languages, bro. He can't even speak English without pause. Practice. That's why he's been practicing. That's the whole point. That's where the outrage comes from. He weren't reading off no script.
But
he
that-
weren't reading off no teleprompter. He's
Dude,
been
how
learning.
does that make sense?
He's been
To be
learning.
upset about a guy learning language fluently. That's good.
No. You're missing the point, Jacob. It's nothing to do with him learning the language. No one has any issue with him being bilingual or learning Spanish. It's not that. It's the fact that he lied to them about the decision of him going there. He didn't make this decision yesterday or a week ago or when he decided. He's been plotting the move for a long, long time. That's where the issue lies. And he was the one, and this is where I say he made the error. Or it means more. When he scored the goal and he did this motion in regards to say, why is everybody talking? Insinuating you're staying when you was clearly engineering a move away. Nothing wrong with you engineering a move away, by the way. I think it's the smart move. I think Liverpool was stupid to allow you to give you that power. They were daft. I blame the Liverpool Football Club and the board more than him. However, you haven't helped yourself by insinuating and making gestures and making statements saying you're staying when you're clearly leaving. And when you do these things and people are already pissed off, and then you do your first interview over there and you're fluent in Spanish, you've been planning this. That's
haters, man. Haters. Because all year it was like, is Salah going to stay? Is Van Dijk going to stay? After they got bounced by PSG, you saw the Sheikh talking to Van Dijk and they're like, oh, he's going to get him. And a week later, it was Salah and Van Dijk was announced. The club's always known, just because what we see is the little, like, you know, it's like Cardi B's areola. You get to see just a little bit of it every time she goes out, not the whole thing. And meanwhile, we're trying to say what the whole shape of it is. We just don't know. We just don't know until we see.
This guy's crazy. This guy just got his child there.
But also, like, knowing fluent Spanish and being good in Spanish, bro. I'll do this.
Let me ask you, Jacob. How long would you think it would take to become as fluent in Spanish? Let's say you're the three things. Let's say you're a slow learner. Let's say you're an ordinary learner. Let's say you're a quick learner. Those three: slower learner, ordinary pace, quick. How long do you think it would take you?
I'm gonna hit you with the Alex Trebek treatment here. So I'm gonna answer that with a question. How quickly would you learn fluent Spanish if Sofia Vergara and Salma Hayek in her prime were both like, get over here to Real Madrid, flawless? But you must learn fluent Spanish. Read me a fucking book in fluent Spanish.
It'd probably take me a while, but the problem where people's issue lies is that you've clearly, and I've known this for the longest, that Trent was leaving. You said you were staying. No, well, you insinuated you were staying. That's where the issue lies.
I mean,
it means you're the one. You didn't have to say it means more. You said this.
Why? He also said, let's do it for Klopp last year, and they didn't fucking do it for Klopp.
Yeah,
so
you don't even have to say that.
That's the thing.
That's the thing is, people be talking because they have to. It's like a camera's in your face. You gotta say something.
You mentioned Van Dijk and Salah. Van Dijk and Salah said nothing in regards to the whole contract situation.
Salah, there was a quote where he was like, everyone's talking about it and they don't know nothing. And then I remember the camera angle was from really up high.
You know what? But that doesn't insinuate you're staying or going. If Trent would have said that, there'd be no issue. He was going to.
Some people are better salesmen than others. You know, if I'm trying to drive the price down or up, there's a different method for.
Be a better salesman. If I'm advising him, I'm telling him don't say anything because you're going to.
Well, who's his agent?
Anyway.
His brother.
His brother. There you fucking go. That's all you need to know.
That's the thing. And the brother. That's the thing. I said all the time. Unless your family members actually has experience in this place, more times than not, you always see when family members be agents, they be fucking up shit all the time.
Yeah, like you just messed up, and that's where the issue lies. So you claimed you were staying when you was clearly going. You've been learning Spanish for a significant amount of time, so you've had this move on the card. You know what it's like? It's like being in a relationship, and your girl leaves you, and then next minute she's with the new guy already. They've moved in together. They're on holiday together. All that type of thing. You're going to be more pissed because she's had this plan for the longest. You don't just do all them things at the drop of a hat. You can't just get a house instantly. Imagine that she breaks up with you, and then the next day or the next week she's in a new house with this
I don't have to imagine this. I've lived through this, and I'll tell you this: money and fame and status feed an ego more than a fucking full English breakfast can.
But the point I'm making is, I'm not talking again, Jacob. Him moving is the right thing. I'm just talking about why they are pissed. If your partner, long-term partner, leaves you for another man, you're going to be pissed. However, if she posts up the next day in a house with this guy, you know she's been
speaking
planning
Slavic or something.
Yeah, that's where the irritation comes from Liverpool fans. It's not that he left and he's speaking Spanish.
Let me ask you something.
Fluent Spanish, of course. Go on.
So let's look at it from, we're just basing off speculation and assumption with the facts that we do have, that he was speaking fluent as a motherfucker. He ain't gonna struggle it on the border of Crisostomos to get a burrito.
Have you seen the clip, Jacob?
Oh yeah, he's fucking better at Spanish than I am, and I live in a Spanish-speaking town. So
see, there we go.
But see, I know like construction. I know construction workers Spanish, which is like pinche perro, aquí, allá. You
just said it there. You live in a Spanish-speaking town, and he speaks better Spanish than you.
You know, I don't have Sofia Vergara type money.
He does. It's not that. He's been learning it, Jacob, man.
Dude, do crazy shit for the new. You know what I'm saying?
He's been learning Spanish, man, to go over there.
But this is my okay. So my I did have a point. You just reminded me because I often forget what any of my points are. But my original point was that don't pull on the tripod, woman. That if you're a kid, right, and you're playing the sport, typically at a young age, you say, what is the pinnacle? What is the highest, the most, the best, right? The biggest club out there. You would say at one point in time, maybe Barcelona, but always Real Madrid is in that conversation. Barcelona is typically in that conversation. Bayern is not it, but they're somehow in that conversation for a Schnitzelville. But that's besides the point. When you're a kid and you're like, one day, yes, I'm at Liverpool right now, a little Scouser eating beans on toast every day. Like, it's got to get old. You want to get some paella, and I get it. But also, Mexicans eat beans and toast. But my point is,
make the move. I would have made the move.
Better beans, though. Better beans.
But see, that's the thing. So if you're at a young age and you're like, eventually, when I'm good enough, I'm going to go to the best place ever. I need to know how to speak that language. Like, I'm trying to learn Greek before I move to Greece. That doesn't mean that I'm like trying to leave my wife and go to Greece.
So let's talk about when. So let me ask you the question, Jacob. When do you think he started learning Spanish?
I think he could have started learning. It sounds like that's like 5 years of training. Maybe he hasn't. But see, he's also a not billionaire. He's also a multi-millionaire. So that would lend me to believe that he could hire the best tutor ever.
So you think since 2020 he's been learning Spanish?
A lot of people learn languages in lockdown.
I'm asking you in particular about Trent. So you think Trent has been learning since 2020?
Yes.
Okay, and that just adds more fuel to the fire. So whether it's 2020, whether it's 2021, wherever he was learning from, whether he learned it this year, that's where people's issue.
But the aforementioned aspiration to be there would be the indicator. So, like, be mad at Real Madrid for being bigger than you is what I would say. No, it's the same thing with talk. How can I be mad at Kane for leaving?
I blame more so not PSG. I more so blame Liverpool for the situation that happened because they should have never allowed a player of their 100% to run down their contract. However, him speaking Spanish today adds more fuel to the fire of you taking.
Maybe he bought a big ass condo in Marbella and he needs to know how to speak the language. Sure. You know, there's a million different reasons why people learn language.
Maybe you know what Real Madrid and that's why he started.
You know what didn't help as well. You know what didn't help as well is that other interview that he had where this is where he actually was speaking English and. He was speaking English in it, and he was talking about how he's been waiting for this move for a very long time. And then he said, just 2 weeks ago. Like, bro, he literally backtracked in the same sentence, bro. Yeah. Like, long time is not 2 weeks, bro. And because he knew, but the thing is, he knew in his mind, Liverpool fans gonna go and see this, and they're gonna be pissed about it. So he knows himself.
He knows, man, and that's what it is. And it's not to Wellesley says he did an interview in Spanish, isn't it? It's not about him talking. Go listen to when Jude Bellingham went there and his Spanish, or any non-Latin speaking, so non-Portuguese, non-Spanish players go there. Go and
the
check
Duolingo.
Go check. Gareth Bale lived there for years and still don't speak Spanish now.
Well, he said
Because he's taught them through and through. He doesn't care about them. Come on.
Yeah,
Man.
but my point is, I'm making is like I said, it's your longtime partner leaving you, and the next day she posts up with the guy she left you for in a new house. They've been planning that shit. That's gonna piss you off. It's the same thing. You're gonna be annoyed about it anyway, but that's going to annoy you even more. Imagine that. Imagine your longtime girl leaves you.
Also, it's not Duolingo. I guarantee you, he had some Sofia Vergara Latina type teacher. Look at how Jaylen Brown acted whenever he gets in front of that one interview. There's that one interviewer in NBA. It don't matter who she interviews. They're like, "Yeah, I'm Michael Jordan with the shits." Bro, you start acting up when you get in front of a pretty lady. You know what I mean? And I could imagine the motivation is, I want to play there one day. As a kid, a lot of kids feel that way. I remember thinking I was going to play at Barcelona one day. What the fuck? Ain't no dude like me ever going to play at Barcelona. But there's those dreams that you have. And like, he is in a position where he's not on Duolingo. Duolingo teach you Juan come manzanas. Juan come manzanas. Okay, I get it. Juan eats motherfucking apples. But like, teach me something else. Teach me something I can use. And like, nothing teaches you like being, you don't learn unless you're motivated. So he's been motivated. The way,
yes, you know what the motivation is, Jacob. Real Madrid. That's the whole point. Real Madrid is the motivation. That's why he learned the language for so long. What people's issue is the fact that he claimed and insinuated he was staying when you was clearly going. This is why you've been.
Did he say I'm staying
for a significant amount of time? No, but he insinuated it.
Let's look at it. Let's look at it in a court of law. Is it hearsay or is it factual evidence? No. Is it feelings? I feel like he meant this with his words. That's what people do with Thomas Frank. I feel like he's gonna be good, guys.
Okay, Jacob. What does this mean when you do this then?
Yeah, this is the talk.
When people, yeah, so exactly. So so you're stating they're wrong then. If you make a statement about me and I'm saying you're wrong, and I'm saying you're wrong when I do this statement, but the statement
to me, this is like a keep talking. Keep talking. Is that?
No, but
that's how I see it. But in different cultures, they view it differently. If I'm in Brazil, you probably think I'm calling Richarlison.
Nobody the thing is here.
We know what this means in footballing terms.
Yeah.
We also have to remember the context prior to the game. People were talking about this whole Real Madrid thing and how Real Madrid tried to bid and everything, and then after that, he came out, scored a goal, and did the celebration. We know what he was trying to do.
He said it means more. He said that. Don't say nothing. You said that nonsense.
I also said I was going to lose 20 pounds after my son was born. That never happened.
Yeah, but no one's relying.
We all say things.
Your wife, no one's really interested in your weight like that. You know what I'm saying? They don't change.
You don't care about my general health?
As long as you are good from a health standpoint, which clearly you are, there's no issue whatsoever. And to why you're old enough to know this, why didn't United fans have this energy for Beckham? Because Beckham didn't want to leave. We sold him. That's why. And in regards to why did
English fans had that energy
for Michael Owen or Steve McManaman? Again, if you're of a certain age, I don't know your age. Steve McManaman, they were more, what's the word I'm looking for? More accepting of, because they were terrible. Number one, they don't like Michael Owen. Before he moved to Manchester United, Michael Owen had issues. So they do have the energy. It's just going to be worse because it's social media. Come on, man. We know what it is. We know why he left. You know what I'm saying?
Big up Trent, though. He made the right move, man. Bun level.
I agree with that.
Big up Trent, man. It's only right, bro. I see all the crocodile tears and that. It's correct, bro. You see what I'm saying? Do your thing in it. You're gonna do what needs to be done. Liverpool fans, you can hold that, bro. How about that, fam? And that's from a Spurs fan, and I mean that sincerely from my heart, bro. Hold that.
No, corner taking quickly hype, man.
People getting misunderstood. The move was correct. I'm just saying I understand why Liverpool fans are pissed.
It's the money.
Yes, I get it. And this is me saying this as a United fan. They're number one up, but I understand if a United player did that, I'd be annoyed about it. 100%. I'd be more mad at my football club for allowing a player to do what he did. But he was the one who said certain things. And then you go there and you're talking fluent Spanish. You've been doing this. And then have the cheek to turn around and say, oh, yeah, they've won Champions Leagues. Bear in mind, one of the ones we lost was your fault. Or you was involved for the mistake for the goal. Like, you crazy.
Did you see that one tweet? That's crazy. That's
like Bruno leaving and going, oh, yeah, Spurs, man, what a great club. All the success they've had in Europe. Yo, you contributed to them winning.
There was that one tweet. The Trent was looking at the Champions League and somebody quote tweeted and saying this was the Champions League. We had left the back post open.
That's man left the cheek and said, "Oh, I've been dreaming of this for." He said, "I've been dreaming of this for years," and then had to switch up and say, "Oh, it was
been like 2 weeks in that You know what? Somebody quoted that tweet saying this is the first time he ever track back."
He's been there. That's where the issue lies. At this point, he should have just been honest and said, "Yeah, I'm leaving."
Yeah, that's like you might as well.
Shit, but you probably would have got less shit. Could have just said, "Yeah, I'm leaving."
It's like the way you go out, isn't it? Like, do you want to go out? How bad do you want to go out? Do you want to go like out the worst way possible, or do you want to go out and say, you know what? At least I taught people for what it is, man.
That's it.
Oh man.
Look, yeah, that means let them talk, and what they were saying was correct. Why and why?
Exactly.
That's what. So you can't say let them talk as if they're saying something wrong. Everyone who said, including myself at that time, was right. I said he's going Madrid.
Oh yeah.
So you can't say that or let them talk, because you had people out here defending you. Liverpool fans was defending you. You were never staying.
Oh,
and to Wellesley missing the points is flawless, but why wouldn't he? It's not like they wouldn't sign him if he couldn't speak Spanish. He's going to live over there. So why would you not learn the language? It's nothing to do with it is to do with Real Madrid signing him. He's learning the language so it can help his football also. Because they're going to be communicating mainly on the pitch in Spanish. I'm guessing most of the players who play for Real Madrid can speak Spanish.
That's where I learned most of my early Spanish was on this soccer pitch as well.
There we go.
Pásale, güey. Pásale, pendejo. Pásale, güey.
I know certain players, like, what they do is that, and obviously for me, playing internationally, not competitive, but just playing in Germany, what it is that guys who don't speak German, they can teach, like, certain words. Like, for example, like, Manon in German, pass, shoot, or cut back. Kind of like just little words in it, so they don't have to speak all the fluent German. Because also their teammates can speak English, but they want you to preferably, especially in Madrid, and you know what it is in Madrid. Like you said it about Bale, how much the coach is important.
The point completely. You says all the other English players went there, didn't speak it's fluent Spanish. That's my point. You're missing my point. You having a whole different conversation. I have no idea what you're talking about. I'm lost. I don't have a clue what you're going on about. I'm not gonna lie. I have no clue. I don't know why you're gonna argue me down saying that's obvious. Flawless, did United fans ever have this energy for Ronaldo? No, because we got a world record fee for him. If they got a world record fee for Trent, they'd be cool. He left on a free. That's where the issue lies. Is it all Trent's fault? No. Does he take some of the blame? Yes. Because he maneuvered a move away. I don't think he's snaky or all right. I don't think he snaked him. He took advantage of a situation.
Yeah,
that's what I think. That's all he did. He took advantage of a situation. He was cutthroat. People don't like that.
And that's the thing. Is like he. At the end of the day, it's like as long as you as a player don't have any regrets about it, it is what it is, isn't it? It's a business in the end of the day for most of these players. And for me, he would have been a hypocrite if he was to come out and say how the Liverpool fans talked about me that way in that manner. We know why they talk about you in that manner, innit? Yeah. So just like just enjoy your time in Madrid, innit? And it's like me personally, I don't care. Like I'm gonna enjoy him and watching him in Madrid, like because I like Trent as a player. I still gonna make the back post. Like if he gets down in the back post, I will be there. Like, I'm sorry, bro. You think them jokes are gonna go away?
I need him
And we
bins in
got
a
the
free kick at
no,
Anfield, man.
no,
I
we
need
got
that.
no Liverpool fans used to defend him so much about this year. Now we're gonna have them on our side when we're making the back post jokes. It's gonna be hilarious.
Oh yeah, them back post jokes are gonna fly. They are gonna fly. And fair, I thought you were saying Trent learned Spanish because he wanted to play for Real Madrid. No, I'm saying he learned Spanish because he was on his way there. That's why he started learning Spanish. Because he was going there and he knew he was going there and he wanted to go there. So that's why he came out in the press in the interview speaking such fluent Spanish, which annoys people because it's like you've had this in the works for a long time now.
Hey, I
That
think he was
wasn't no
just
2-3 day Spanish.
he's just putting some sugar out there trying to catch a couple flies. Everybody getting upset.
Well, and I think, Alfonso Davies re-signed. And again, don't get it
David,
misunderstood what I'm saying here. I'm just talking about it from a Liverpool fan's perspective. Who's most to blame? The club. Absolutely. Most of it should be aimed at the club. But hey, we move.
we had a similar situation, man. We got around 2 years left, man. Apparently, Atletico looking for another centre back, so they might not even come in for Romero. So, hey,
Is Romero staying?
It depends who comes. It depends if somebody comes in for him. If Atletico doesn't
Hey.
come in for him, I think he stays for another season. But he needs to sign the contract for me personally. Like
Yeah.
He
I'm happy.
also
Yeah,
hey,
go ahead, Jacob.
my petty goat, bro. My petty goat. He had that
That's
whole
what I
in
saw.
the drafts. He had that whole scheduled. It was like a reactionary tweet. If once they tweet this word, tweet this.
Yeah,
And
like the
bro,
official
within
announced.
3 minutes of us announcing Frank as our manager, he dropped his quote. I was like, my goat. Kuti
I can't.
captain.
I can't lie. There's two ways I feel about it. There's the one way where 100% get where he's coming from, but I just feel like I'm just not a fan of players just doing that. This is just me though. This is just me. Like I just feel like there should be still a certain level of professionalism. Like unless he has already his mind up that he thinks he's gonna leave anyway, then cool. Then it is what it is. And like thank you for winning me the Europa League and obviously all that type of stuff. But if the idea of him is that he's still gonna be here next season, I don't know how I feel about that. Knowing that Frank is like he knows Frank is gonna be the manager, obviously, and him doing that. I don't know if this is like a sign of him saying, "Yeah, I'm out of here this season." But what if you're not out of here this season? You know what I mean? So it's like I don't know, man. Like I'm just not biggest fan of that, but I understand why people celebrating it. I understand why people are mad at it.
No, that fully makes sense. I hear that. I'm saying I fully hear what you're saying with that, family. Yeah, people, we are gonna close out. Make sure you run up the likes, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell, all that good stuff as well. Big up Sai for the super chat. Appreciate it. It says Trent's fluent Spanish, screwed Reals unveil. Dream move. Yeah, you are wilding, man. You've been wilding ever since Liverpool won the league. That's all crazy. But big up for the super chat, Simon. I was saying you moving absolutely mad. Hey Jacob, let them know what you got coming up, where they can find you on your channel, all that good stuff. It's even there. Jacob.
Yeah. My bad. I just did a show before I came here, so go check that out. I also did a show last night with the trophy because I bottled the unboxing video. It wasn't even in frame. It was, but then like my head wasn't, and the trophy lift wasn't. It was just fucked up. But I did a celebration stream yesterday. Had some people call in. The first 40 minutes was just me vibing out, but yeah, I don't know about next. Probably something tomorrow, talking about whatever the fuck.
There we go, people. Make sure you subscribe to Jacob Uncensored. Jazz, anything you want to add before we close out?
Nah, big up everybody. Obviously, you're doing the fund again, right? Of course, you do it, of course.
Yes.
Yeah, obviously, Flawless. Flawless is obviously doing the Thunder Pacers game 4, big game. Pacers could go up 3-1, or OKC could tie up the series 2-2. So that's a big game. I'm hella exhausted, but I'll try to see if I can make it in the second half. And also, I'm gonna be live today on my Twitch again. The block saying, you already know what it is. You can find
Links
it in the
underneath in the
description.
description, people.
Yes. And yeah, I'm playing like a new gaming series which is called Persona. I'm trying to play the whole series of the games that are currently available. I'm starting with Persona 4 Golden. So if you guys want to tune in, you're gonna just a chill vibe. Yeah, man, it's probably gonna be an early stream as well. I'm planning like 1 p.m., 2 p.m. UK time if I'm like up and go and ready to go. But yeah, big up.
You know, make sure you check that out. Yo, M. De Niro, my G, anything you want to add, fam?
Come on, bro. Damn, man. Big up the chat. Big up Flawless. Big up the man them as well. But we're live next week. We're back, man.
Come on.
You already know, people. And Jez mentioned it already. We'll be live on the playback 35 minutes from now, people, for that game for Oklahoma City Thunder, Indiana Pacers NBA Finals. The Pacers looking to go 3-1 up. The Thunder looking to tie it up and make sure there'll be at least a minimum of a game 6 as well. So that's over on the Sarcasm City TV playback, people. That's an app you download, people. You download the app for free, sign up for free, create an account for free, and then you just type in Sarcasm City TV and follow. And the same way you watch and comment on YouTube, it's the exact same over on the playback. You can see it there on the screen. www.playback.tv/sarcasmcitytv. That is www.playback.tv/sarcasmcitytv, or download the playback app from your app store. And again, same way you watch and comment on YouTube, it's the exact same over on the playback. If you have an NBA League Pass, you can use that to sync up with us and watch the exact same stream for free, people, if you have an NBA League Pass. If you don't have an NBA League Pass and have nowhere else to watch the game, I'm giving out VIP passes tonight to actually watch the game, people. That is what did you hear what I just said? You can watch the game for absolutely free over with us on the playback, and it's the same stream. So there's no spoilers, no buffering, clean. So if you're an NBA fan and can't watch the final, get over to the playback. Where, people? www.playback.tv/sarcasmcitytv, or you can just download the app on whatever device you indeed have, people. That Don C said playback is a mad place. Crazy part of the city. So yeah, make sure you get over to the playback. Not only NBA watch-alongs, Club World Cup. There'll be Club World Cup watch-alongs. They'll be over there. Gaming content over there. When the season starts back in regards to football, Premier League, Champions League, Europa League, FA Cup, League Cup, La Liga, all over there. Boxing, you got Canelo Crawford. Watch-alongs will be over there.
Monaco.
UFC watch-alongs over there. Formula One over there. We'll definitely be watching Monaco with Paul Pogba over there as well. So much content over on the playback that you don't get on the YouTube. It's not the exact same content. So if you're a Sarcasm City TV supporter, it's not the same content, people, at all. So get over to the playback. Don't forget this show. All the other shows on the channel are available on all audio platforms as well. Spotify, iTunes, SoundCloud, etc., all that good stuff. And on top of that, Sarcasm City TV clips. That's the clips channel myself and Prime run. Shout out to Galamus Prime. He's the one who does all of the edits over there. You get some of the funniest moments and best moments from live streams, people. Like, he's clipped up this show before. So all the live streams you see on here, he'll clip up, and we're going to be redirecting over there for a premiere in just a moment. Big up to Omar B for the raid as well, every single time. And big up to everyone who joined over from the raid from Jacob's channel as well. Shout out to Jacob each and every time. You know, we over there being a family man. But yeah, De Niro mentioned it already, people. We will be back. This show you get every Friday, 11 p.m. UK time. Just keep a lookout on the schedule for it as well. But yeah, gonna close out almost 2 hours. And considering there wasn't a hell of a lot of news to talk about, did well on the show.
You know what the show is. We make it possible every time.
Yeah, man, you gotta entertain the masses, people. Only show tomorrow. I'm out tomorrow. Q&A, so keep a lookout for that sports Q&A. I won't be doing the opening Club World Cup game, but from Sunday I will be. So just keep a lookout on the schedule, because I finally got the thumbnail pattern for it. So shout out to my guy Connor for that. So big up. Love to everyone that's locked in. Don't go anywhere though. Do not go anywhere, because we're redirecting straight, like I said, over to the playback. Over to the Sarcasm City TV clips channel for a premiere. So it's already set up. I believe that's gonna go live in just a moment. I just gotta make sure I actually set it up correctly. You see if I did. Did I actually set it up correctly? Yeah, I did. And it's bare fuckery Aguan. That's what it is, people. It's from the Yardman Show. That's literally the name of the video. You see it right there, people. Chelsea's youth transfer strategy. Bare fuckery Aguan. Javon is not happy. Make sure you subscribe to the Final Whistle podcast as well, because that premiere is set to start. I don't know why it's not started, because it is 1 a.m. and it's the 14th of June. What is going on? Why is it indeed not started? Yes, it has started. So we're going to be heading over there right now as we speak, people. So big up. Love to everyone that's locked in. Catch you on the playback as well in about half an hour. Do the premiere now. This has been the Manchester United top. So what are you saying, Jess?
Now just hold on. Yo, Sham LFC. Stop twerking for Arsenal, bro. What do you mean, Fox Spurs? What beef do we have? But anyways, big up, John.
Big up, man. Hey, people gonna hate on European glory, but this has been the Manchester United Tottenham Hotspur pod, Man United pod. He's talking that Tottenham talk pod live on the Sarcasm City TV YouTube. Thank you very much for tuning in, and see you lot in the chat on the premiere. Big up.